Okay, so let's stick some pins in the US. We got some more guys. This thing's going pretty crazy here. We got a lot of new ones to put in. So a guy I missed on the first go around, and I want to just say sorry. John Wright in Morristown, Tennessee. I missed him last time, and so I just wanted to make sure I got him this time. So sorry about that, John, but we got you this time. And so he's a little east of Knoxville. He's right near the Appalachian Mountains there. Great Smoky Mountains, somewhere in there. All right, boom. Okay. And then we got Straightthread. That's Richard, and he is near Fort Worth, Texas, which is right there. And that's Straightthread. Let me stick a pin in for him. All right, Richard. And then we got Chris D 1454, and he is near Dublin, Pennsylvania. All right, Pennsylvania. You know, I forgot to look up Dublin. Darn it. All right, well, I don't know where. Let's see. Let me take a quick look here. All right, well, we're going to stick it in Pittsburgh for now. I'll adjust that one later. That's Chris D 1454. All right, and got to keep track of my list here. Then we got SBblacksmith. He's out here in California, down in Santa Barbara, right here. I spent some time down there doing some scuba diving out in these islands out here. A lot of fun. So let's stick a pin in there for Mr. Kyle. Oh, right there. All right. And then we jump down to Eagle Dustoff 36, and he's in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Oh, stick one in there. All right, getting in the center now. Okay, next one, Stephen Fair, and he's in Quakerstown, Pennsylvania. Back to Pennsylvania here. Once again, I didn't look that up. Quakerstown, Uniontown. All right, we're going to stick another one near Pittsburgh here. There's a bunch of towns in there, so we'll adjust that one. All right, then we got Tyler Cunningham. He's a regular commenter on the channel, and he's out of South Carolina, and that's Aiken, South Carolina. Ouch, darn it. Aiken. Oh, there it is. Hey, look at that. Point. Oop, let's get a different colored pin there. I actually found that one. All right, that's for Tyler. Thanks for your comments, Tyler. Okay, then we jump back across here. Los Angeles, City Angels, that's right in this area. And that's Bill De La Vega. And he's a regular commenter on the channel. Thanks, Bill. Oop. Stick a pin in there for Bill. All right. Then we got Paul Anderson, Janesville, Wisconsin. All right. Janesville, Wisconsin. So there's a company in Wisconsin, in Janesville, I believe, that makes these cool little toggle presses, and it's called Janesville Tool and Die, and they're really precision little toggle presses for small assembly jobs. They're really nice. We've used them for all kinds of cool little assembly jobs. Okay, you can look those guys up on the web. All right. Then we got Butch Bernatis, and he's in Waterbury, Connecticut. So let's see if we can find Waterbury, Connecticut. And Danbury, Stamford. Oh yeah. Oh, there it is, Waterbury, dude. All right, Waterbury. All right. And that's for Butch. All right. Then we go Herb Blair. He's near Dallas. So I think this is Herb's pin, and I inadvertently stuck it in Austin. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave that one in Austin, and I'm going to re-up here. And he's in Carrollton, which is near Dallas. Well, we're just going to put one in there for Herb. Thanks, Herb, for clearing that up. Okay, and then we got Sturnella ToolWorks, and that's James, and he's in Denver, Colorado. And right there, pow. All right, kind of central U.S. there. We're getting there anyway. All right, and okay, next guy is Vince Saluto in Kansas City, Missouri. There's Kansas City, right? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use this color pin there. What a white pin there. Kansas City. Good steaks there, I think, right? All right, let me mark that off. And then we got Hal Geoffrey, and he's in Delano, Florida. Delano, Florida. Okay. Oh boy, I should have looked this one up too. Did I put in some cheater notes on there? Deland or Deland? Oh, there it is, Deland, right there. Okay. Oh, got it. All right, that was for Hal. Okay, and then we got Irwin Fletcher, and he's a local guy here, Sacramento, California, right here. Oh, that's not too far from where I am. Oops, check that off. Okay, this book's going nuts here. So you guys are killing me with 1,000 pin pricks. I'm still having fun though, so don't worry about it. All right, so okay, then we got to make sure I didn't skip anybody there. Okay, then we got Brushycreeklures. So it sounds like some kind of fishing. I didn't look it up on the web, but Brushycreeklures, and he's in Fort Dodge, Iowa, and that's kind of north of Des Moines. All right, going a little north, right about there. Let's try that. Okay, and we got Pherd Antler, and he's in El Dorado Hills, California, which is kind of near Sacramento. So we're just going to jab one in right there for him. It's Pherd Antler, kind of an interesting handle. And okay, so try to guess what this guy works on. His name is 45 Tooler. So my guess is he works on 45 automatics somewhere, and he is in Essex, southeast of Baltimore, Maryland. All right, so Baltimore. Southeast. All right, well, that's about as close as I'm going to get there on that map. All right. Oh, and next guy, his name's Mark Schuster. So he's in Pocahontas, Illinois, and that's east of St. Louis. All right, so I don't know how far east. All right, well we're gonna go right in there. And he said, he told me, he says, or he commented, and he says, he goes, oh yeah, he goes, I like these kind of mixed videos, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. He goes, kind of the Meatloaf video. So anyway, I got a kick out of that, and I thought that was pretty funny. So so we're gonna be making meatloaf here, and doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and we're gonna make a meatloaf. So anyway, thanks Mark, that was a great suggestion, that's a great idea. I thought that was funny. I got a kick out of that. All right. So we got Tom Semo. He's Easton, Connecticut, and that's near Bridgeport. So Bridgeport. All right. Well, what did I say? East, north of Bridgeport. Okay. So I'm gonna stab one in right there. Anybody that lives near Bridgeport gets a bonus point, you know, just because they live near where the milling machines are made, or were made, I should say. Okay, so we got Jammin' 60 PSD, Sarasota, Florida. All right, where is Sarasota? Sarasota. Well, I know it's Jackson, Gainesville. I know you guys are just yelling in my ear right now. No, no, go left, go left. Oh, there it is. Point right there. All right. Sarasota, Florida. All right, that's Jammin' 60 PSD. Okay, we got Steve McElprang, and he's in Salt Lake City, Utah. Right there. Pow. Okay. Oops. Thanks, Steve. All right. Oh, I got pages here. All right, so Opinionator 52. He's near Asheville, North Carolina. And Asheville, right there. Okay. Oh boy, some of these names are rough, guys. Some of these handles. So this is Froder 5 U18. Froder 5 U18. Now he's in central Wisconsin. All right, central Wisconsin it is. Right there. Okay. And then next guy, he's also in Wisconsin, 2 in a row. Milstenor. And he's east of Madison. There's Madison. So we're gonna go a little east dumbbell right here. All right, near Waukesha, I don't know, kind of in there somewhere. Let's go with that. East of Madison. That's Milstenor. Okay, and we got George Jr. and he's in Grand Junction, Colorado. The middle or what? I know that's a pretty good sized place. Loveland, Greeley. Oh, I thought I just saw it. Pikes Peak. Fort Collins. Oh, there it is, Grand Junction right there. All right. And that was George Jr. Thanks, George. Alright. Oh, and then we got Gilbo, 49 BGC, and he's in St. Paul, Minnesota. Right there. Okay, and Reed Eichner, and he's near Spokane, Washington. Spokane, and what did I say, east? North of Spokane. Okay. North of Spokane. Alright, let's do that. Oh yeah, look at this. Doing pretty good. Starting to fill in, guys. Thanks a lot for all your comments here. I still got more here. So next one is Terry Helg, and he's in Cedar Park, Texas, which is near Austin. Midland, Lubbock, Amarillo. Oh, come on. Waco, Abilene. Oh, there it is. Austin. I got a pin covering it, that's why I don't see it. Close to Austin. Alright, so we're going to stick another pin in there and next to Austin. Thanks, Terry. Then we got Mr. Jay Burton, and he's in Connecticut, and he suggested that I just Google all this stuff. Well, thanks for the suggestion, Mr. Burton. This is a fair amount of work as it is. So we're going to stick one in for him and for Mr. Burton in Connecticut there. All right, and Kicker 700. Yeah, we had him the other day. He's north of Dallas, and I don't remember if one of those pins was there for him, but we're going to stick another one in there a little north of Dallas for Mr. Kicker 700. Okay, and then Bill Pinto, Brookfield, Connecticut. Boy, what's going on in Connecticut here, huh? So, yeah, let's look at statistics here. All right, looks like California's got a bunch, the most right now in the U.S., I should say, and then followed closely by Connecticut. So what's going on in Connecticut? You guys tell me what's going on there. Is that just a hub of metalworking there, or what's going on? Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. And oh, here's a good one. Monkey 1 2 3 4 5 6 4 8. Okay, so he's in Nebraska, kind of near. He's St. Paul, Nebraska, and that's west of Omaha. All right. Let's say west. It's St. Paul. Oh, there it is. Oh, quite a bit west. All right, Nebraska, our first Nebraska guy. All right. And then we got Senocon, and he's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Another Pennsylvania. All right, and then Clemwyo in Cedar Hills, Utah, and north of Provo. Well, that's Provo and Salt Lake are pretty close together there. All right, and then we got Roast 714 in Nixa, Missouri. Excuse me. And I didn't. All right, maybe we'll get lucky here and spot it. Well, that's my fault for not looking it up. Nixon, Missouri. Okay, well, sorry. Well, let's see. What the heck should I do here? Oh, maybe I'll use a different kind of a pin for one that I have to adjust. Can I do that? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna put one in there, Kansas City, for row 714. Sorry about that. I should have looked it up. The Edge 7, Farmers Branch, Texas. That's north of Dallas. And we got another Dallas here. Okay. Well, let's see. Wait a second here. Texas might have just taken over second place here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like the big state of Texas is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, looks like Texas is now the second place right now. That was that Edge. All right, PG TIG 1848. And he's in Phoenix, Arizona. Our first Arizona person, viewer. Thanks, Tig. And then Larry Blowers, and he's in Greenville, Ohio. In Greenville, near the middle of Ohio, near the Indiana line. Oh, there, Greenville, is that what I said? Yeah, Greenville, there it is, right there, blink. All right, cool. I like it when I find them. I like it. Well, you guys are going to get a kick out of me pronouncing some of these Australian names. Some of them are pretty good. Okay, so here's Jack, and he's in Florida. And I thought we had our first person on an island, but he's on a place called Amelia Island, Florida. Now, first guess, you'd think he was on an island, but unfortunately, it's not. He's pretty close to Jacksonville there. And it isn't an island, unfortunately. So we're still looking. Oh, we do have an island guy coming up in a small island, but it'll be on the European map here when we do that. Okay, we're getting down to the wire here on our U.S. guys, our U.S. viewers. Bill H, and he's in Steubenville, Ohio, and that's near Pittsburgh. Near Pittsburgh. What does that mean? Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, Ohio? No, come on. Did I get that wrong? Steubenville, Ohio. Strong Delta. All right. Well, there's Pittsburgh. So, oh, that's what that must. It's probably kind of close to the border with Pennsylvania there in Ohio. So, all right. Oh, there it is, Steubenville. Boink. All right. Hey, I got it. Good. Whew. Dodged the bullet there. Sorry, Bill, but should have looked it up a little bit better. Then we got RS Metal, and that's Robin, and he's in Fallon, Nevada. So he's our first guy in Nevada, and Fallon, Nevada is kind of an interesting place. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of a military place, and there's a cool old, well, it's still active. It's a Navy bombing range. And when I was a teenager, we used to go four-wheeling out there and look at all the shot up tanks and junk that they use for target practice out there. And you'd see these things, these gun barrels on these howitzers. The wall thickness is, 3 inches, and these 20-millimeter cannons, they just shoot right through them like cream cheese. So that's out near Fallon, Nevada. So the good old days when you could do stuff like that when you were a kid. All right, so that's RS Metal, a Robin. All right, then we got Ron Hubbard, and he's in Jonesboro, Tennessee. And that is east of Knoxville. And, oops, yeah, well, okay. Gonna have to shoot in between there. So he's right in the Appalachians there. That's kind of some really nice country there for hiking and stuff. All right. And then our last American U.S. guy is Bill Galbraith. And he's in Fruitland Park, Florida, and it's west of Orlando. Orlando West, so we're going to go right there. And there's a lot more, but that's where I clipped it off this time. And, you know, I got to stop these. You know, I could go on and on. You guys keep shooting these things in here. And anyway, that's where I'm stopping for that one right now. All right, so let's go over to Europe, and we'll put some in over there. Okay, so we're on map of the world now, and okay, so first person. Now I trade barbs back and forth with this gentleman. His name's Chris Stevens, and he's in London, UK, England. And there's London. Let's jab one in for Chris. He's got a good sense of humor and he can take a joke. So, he suggested strongly that I get a better map of Europe so that we can see some of this stuff spread out a little bit. So we're gonna get a map of Europe here pretty soon, and I'll reset some of these pins when I get that squared away. Okay, so we got Hudson Hawk. He's in the Netherlands, and yeah, well, we got a Dutch problem here. We got too many guys, and Chris is right. We need a bigger map. So that's Hudson Hawk. That's an old Studebaker, I believe. So I wonder if Mr. Hudson Hawk has a Studebaker. Okay, so next one, Andrew Mack, and he's in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and that's out here, and that's part of Canada, I believe, or part of Canada. Yeah, it's part of Canada. Right there. Wow, that's a good one. All right, and then jumping back, we've got Mickey Mouse 12358, Waterford, Ireland. Okay, I don't know where Waterford is, but we're gonna stick one in Ireland for him. Okay, and then we got John Clark, and he's in Glasgow, Scotland. And we have another guy in Scotland, in Edinburgh. So you guys ought to drive and meet each other and talk about metalworking. So, okay. Okay, next page. Oh, okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. No names left, and he's in Toronto, Canada. Okay, and that's here. And he actually pointed out that 5/8 24 tap that I was showing the other day, that real fine thread tap, he says that's for a muzzle, a flash suppressor for an AR-15, and which I guess threads onto the end of the barrel with a fine thread. So apparently it's fairly common. And I don't think I've ever tapped one myself. And that's a weird tap because it's like a bottoming tap. It's cut off. So anyway, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. No names left. Okay. All right. Then we got our Bjorn Lofman, and he's in Sweden. in South Sweden. So we're going to put him down down near Malmo, since he wasn't specific. Okay, that's our first Swedish viewer. Okay. All right, and then we got Martin DZ, and he's in Riga, Latvia. And there's Riga. Riga's the capital there. Okay, in Latvia. All right. Oh, and then we've got the energy fabricator. He's down here in Victoria, Australia. So he and I have talked back and forth on email a little bit, and he does electronic stuff or high voltage work. So thanks, EF. Okay. Then we got No Name Hef, and he's in the center of Germany. Oh, okay. Oops. No, let me get me a different color here. I'm tired of blue pins there. Okay, so that's No Name Hef. All right, and then Lewis Dale, and he's in Sunderland, Northeast England. Northeast. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna stick you kind of near Liverpool here. That's all the room I got. Oh, there's a getting dense there. Okay. Okay, then we got Big Chappie, and Big's a regular commenter on the channel, and he's in York. And well, we're gonna jab one. You know what? I keep putting the same darn pin in there. Let's give Bick a red pin there. Give a little contrast there. Okay, that's Big Chappie. Thanks, Big. Where the heck am I here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, and then we got Nurburingfast in Latvia. And he's a CNC machinist. Oh, okay. Alright, so did he say what city? No, he didn't say what city. Latvia's up here. Alright. Didn't say what city. But he's a CNC machinist there. Okay, and then we got Peter Engineering, and they're in Montreal, Canada. And they're in Montreal. Okay, Peter Engineering. And then, okay, here's our island guy. This is Michael Walter, and he's an expat from Britain, or the UK, and he lives on Malta, which is right there, out in the middle of the Mediterranean. So I think that's our first island viewer. So apparently they've got internet access in Malta. So all right. Then we got Oliver Boatwright. He's in Torquay, Devon, England. All right, so England. We're gonna work on England here when we get our new map. Okay. And what's next here? Oh, okay. We got RF Noise, and he's in Oh, okay, here's a great name. So RF Noise, he's in McMasterville, Quebec, Canada. So he gets a bonus point for a great sound in town. And boy, Quebec. All right, well, we're just going in the middle there. Sorry, I don't know where McMasterville is. I didn't look it up. But that's a great name, so. Okay. Oh, and then we got Ipuk Edler, and he's in Kosovo, which is right here. And Kosovo is pretty small, and he's kind of in the northern part. So we're gonna stick a pin in there for Ipuk. Okay. Okay. And then, oh, we got another Sweden here, Gothenburg, Sweden, and this is Janesville. Okay. Gothenburg. Okay, well, let's go right there. Cool. And so he gave me a little history there. It was, it's the home of Volvo, and SKF bearings is from that area. So. I think there's a big steel making deal in Sweden too, so maybe in that area. So if nothing else, we're all getting a good geography lesson here, so this is kind of fun. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Mr. Roadsaw, and he's in Wellington, New Zealand. So that's a great name, Mr. Roadsaw. So I wonder if he clears forests or something like that. I don't know what Mr. Roadsaw does. All right. Okay. Oh, here's one of our tough Australian names. We got Wollongong, New South Wales, Australia. All right. Well. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Look, son of a gun. It's on the map. How do you like that? Okay, we got one for Stephen Smith. All right. All right, and then Oidens in Christchurch. And let's do a different color there. Another Christchurch, New Zealand. Okay, so I got sidetracked there to the next day. So let's continue on here with our European folks. Next person is Rhoda 2, and he's in Melbourne, Australia. So let's stick a pin in for Rhoda 2. And he noticed that I have a blue heeler. And he's right, we do, and I'll introduce you to Ernie the shop dog here in a bit, and you guys get to meet him. So that's for Rhoda 2. His name is Peter, and oh, Peter also asked what kind of lube I use on for cutting steel, and it's just a kind of a lightweight cutting oil with it's slightly sulfurated. Has a little bit of sulfur in it to make it cut better. But nothing heavy duty, and I thin it a little bit so that it works better with for tapping. Anyway, Peter asked that question. So then we got Koalualoa in Bunbury, Western Australia. So most of our Australian viewers have been in the southeast corner here, but Bunbury is right about there in Western Australia. So he's all by himself out there. Anyway, that's Koalualoa. Okay, so let me mark these off here. Okay, so next one, we've got a guy. And he is in New Zealand, and this is AP Engineering, NZ, and this is Andy, and he says he's addicted to these videos. So Andy, I'm the guy that you can blame for not getting any sleep. Anyway, he's in New Zealand, and by coincidence he's near a little bay here, right in this area here, and the bay is called Poverty Bay. So hopefully, Andy, your business is doing good, and even though you're near Poverty Bay. So anyway, that's here at this little nip in the this little off sticker here in New Zealand. So we're gonna stick a pin in there for Andy. So okay, and then oh, we got Mars Sheep, and he's in Belgrade, Serbia, which is right there. Boom. Put a pin in there for him. Cool. All right. And next one here is oh, Plymouth, UK. We're getting a new map here of Europe, so we'll be able to expand this. So we're just gonna stick it in right as close as we can get it in there to Plymouth, and that's for cast width, and that's in Plymouth, UK. Okay, and then we have another German viewer, Salzgitter, Germany, and that's oh boy, that's a tough name. Flash Zangi, 1337, and he's in Germany. And yeah, we'll just stick one in there. Boink. Alrighty. All right, and I think we're getting down to the end here. Okay, another UK viewer. Let's make sure I didn't skip anybody. Yeah, Alan Henson, and he's in Stanley County, Durham, Northeast England. Northeast. Okay, we're running out of space here, guys. The UK's full of pins there. That's for Alan. All right, and then we got Michael in Gothenburg, Sweden, and one right there. Okay, I'm not going after that one. I'm gonna go right there. Okay, that's Michael. All right, and we got Comp Edge X, and he's in Gander, Newfoundland. Well, I'm just gonna put it here. All right, so that's Comp Edge X. Okay. Okay, so I think we just, oh, darn it. Crap, that hurt. Okay, camera's too close. Excuse my language there, guys. The next guy we have, I think he gets the award for most northern viewer. He lives above the Arctic Circle here in Norway, and he actually lives on an island. Okay, and the island is called Stokmarknes, northern Norway, and it's right about there on a little island above the Arctic Circle. So he's what is that, 70, how many degrees north is that? 45, 60, so that's like 60 or 70 degrees north, something like that, right in there. In fact, we're just gonna, well, that's our, oh, you can even see the little island, I think, right there. Okay, so there's our northernmost viewer there in northern Norway, and his name is Dag Fredrik Anderson. And thanks, Dag, and you get the award for most northern. And most southern right now is probably one of our Kiwis in Christchurch. Probably is the most southern, our most southern point right now. So we got to get some of our South American viewers to chime in here and to claim the South, the most southern. Okay, And thanks, Dag. All right. Oh, then we got another Norwegian here, Henning 4182, and he's in Oslo, which is the capital right there. Okay, a couple of guys in Norway. Henning 4182. Okay, and next guy is Takis D in Athens, Greece. Right there, right on the Aegean there. Cool. It's Takis. All right, and dun, 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 dun. Okay, I think that's it for this session of sticking pins in. I don't want to make these pin sticking videos too long, but they're kind of fun. And so I know we've got some, we probably got some Russian viewers, and so those guys should pipe up, and hopefully we get some viewers in South America somewhere. So one African viewer. What else? Well, anyway, we're filling it in. It's going good. Okay, so a couple of guys have asked about my anvil here. So since we're doing a Meatloaf episode here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I figured I'd throw this in there for the discussion. So this is a big shipyard blacksmith anvil. I picked it up about probably 30 years ago now. Actually, yeah, probably 30 years, something like that. And it came from a garage sale down in San Jose, California. It's an Arm & Hammer, okay, which is a really good anvil. I found out later on. When I bought it, it was just such a good looking one. I couldn't pass it up, and you rarely see large ones like this. So there's a whole story here, and I'll tell you part of it at least. So this came out of Marin Ships Shipyard, which was a shipyard in Sausalito, California, during World War II, and they built Liberty ships for the United States, convoys and that kind of stuff. And they were right there in Sausalito. Anyway, it's got a little brass tag on it still that says Marin Ships, U.S. Government, something like that. And I can't read it with my bad eyes right now. Anyway, and so it's got a little brass tag that's riveted on there. The anvil was in real good shape when I got it. I did a little polishing on the top just because of the work I was using it for. And I've been lugging this thing around for 30 years. And you know, when they finally put me in the ground, this will probably be in there with me. So anyway, it weighs 430 pounds. It's stamped on the end. I've never actually weighed it. It's just stamped 430, which is almost 200 kilos, 190 something kilos. So it's a heavy bugger. Although, you know, you can move it around, you know, if you shimmy it around, and so that's kind of how I move it. And I've got these blocks attached to the main block, so I can pick it up with my pallet jack and move it around easily. Dimension wise, it's about 1 meter long, okay, so a little over 3 feet long. It's about 6 inches wide here, 150 millimeters. What's that? So that's 300. It's 30 centimeters there. So that's 300 millimeters. So it's 400 millimeters tall. So, oh wait, a little more than that. 450 tall. The hardy hole is what is that? 35 millimeters, something like that. So 1.25 hardy hole. So anyway, that's my big anvil. So now the story, here's the best part, or one of the best parts. So at the time I was in between jobs and I was taking a little time off, and my wife went to visit a friend down in San Jose, and they liked the garage sale together, so she went down for the day to go garage sailing. And then so I get this frantic call. I go, oh, she calls me. She says, hey, you got to come down here. And I go, well, what's going on? And she says, I'm at this garage sale, and this guy's got a wonderful anvil in his yard for sale, and he wants to sell it. And I was like, you know, drive all the way to San Jose, you know, which was an hour away about, and from where I was at the time. And I was in between jobs, so I really wasn't like into spending a bunch of money at that point, right? And she says, if you don't buy this, you're toast. Anyway, so she was pretty serious. So I said, okay, I'll come look at it, okay? And we had taken a blacksmithing class together, my wife and I, and enjoyed it. So we kind of wanted to get our own rig together, our own kit. So I jumped in my old Ford station wagon. I had an old 70-something Ford station wagon with a 400 cubic inch V8 in it. And so I zoomed down to San Jose and found the place. And this is all before cell phones and MapQuest and Google and all that crap. So I drive down there, and I come to the place, and I said, okay, well, where's the anvil, right? And it's in the ivy in the front yard, right? So we clear the ivy away, and I look at it, I go, holy smokes, and this is what I saw. And I said, I go, okay, she's right, I gotta get this thing. So I tried to haggle the guy, but he wouldn't budge, and so I paid him his $350 that he wanted for this. And in retrospect, that was a screaming deal, and it's even then it was a good deal. Less than $1 a pound. If you can do that on an anvil, you're doing a good anvil, I should say. You're doing good. So 3 of us rolled it into the back of the Ford station wagon, and you know, got it up in there and jimmied it in, and then closed the tailgate on the Ford station wagon. And I said, well, okay, I'm going to head home, and so I took off, right? And so I'm driving along, you know, and not really thinking about the anvil in the back. And so I'm kind of daydreaming, and I look up, and traffic is slowed down in front of me. So I hit the brakes, right? And behind me I hear this whoosh, and I went, oh crap. So the anvil had started moving, right? And I immediately realized what was going on, and I was like, uh-oh. So I was modulating the brake and trying to stop, and I didn't want to hit the car in front of me, and I didn't want the anvil to hit me. And then I stopped about 3 inches from the guy's bumper in front of me, and right when I stopped completely, the anvil had gotten moving, and it hit it hit behind me in the driver's seat, shoved me all the way up to the steering wheel, broke the seat bracket, and kind of pinned me against the steering wheel. The horn didn't go off, and that was it. And I was like, oh my God. So I pushed the seat bracket back, and then you know, kind of drove home like this with a busted seat bracket. And when I stepped on the gas, the anvil went the other way. So I pulled over, and I put some shirts and jackets and crap under it. I didn't have it tied in. That, you know, I was just a punk kid at the time, right? And 22-year-old or whatever, something like that. And so anyway, I you know, kind of wedged it in there somehow, and got home and got it unloaded. But anyway, that was my first major lesson in inertia. So you know, if you buy an anvil, make sure you take a rope with you to tie it down or tie it in. And I'll bring you in for some close-ups on this. We'll look at the tag, and we'll look at the side here on the anvil. So anyway, that's my big anvil story. And then I got a little anvil story. I might have shown this before, I don't remember, but this is a little guy, kind of modeled after this one. And this is just a railroad track anvil here that was done with a cutting torch. So this was cut out with a cutting torch. This curve was a cutting torch. Yeah, it was all cutting torch. And in fact, I did a pretty good job under there. But anyway, you can see that was kind of railroad track, and there's some part of the Ford, or the part of the railroad track there. And then a bunch of grinding. So a lot of grinding, and then I milled the top and got that nice and flat. And So that's my little, you know, I never use it for anything. It's more fun to look at than it is to beat on it. But anyway, they make a nice little pair. So that's my little anvil and my big anvil. Okay, so there's a little. So there's the weight, the 430, and then there's the little. I don't know if this is helping or hurting here. The little brass tag I mentioned, and it says U.S. Government Property, Marin Ship Corporation, and then it's got a little serial number on it. And I think that's probably the most valuable part of the anvil right there, is that historical reference there, where this thing kind of came from. You know, they probably bought it for the shop or whatever, and used it a little bit, and you know, then it wandered its way around San Francisco Bay Area for years, and then it's actually got a serial number here too. And I sent measurements and pictures to a guy that keeps track of anvils. His name's Richard Postman. He wrote a book called Anvils in America, and he talks about Arm & Hammer anvils in his book. All right, there's the logo there stamped in the side. So if you ever seen an anvil with this marking on it, that has the excuse me, hard top plate and the forged body, and it's a good price, just buy it, and it's not too beat up. That's a top shelf anvil according to Mr. Postman. All right, and then there's the little anvil there, some close-ups of the little anvil, top surface, and then underneath, you can see. Okay, so the next thing is I met an old friend recently, the guy I used to work with a long time ago, and he found this picture in his stuff there, and I'm not sure how good you're going to be able to see this, so I'll try a couple of different things here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and there you can see. Now that person in that picture with the hair on their head, that's me, and that's in I want to say 84 or 85, somewhere in there, and that's me running a big old press brake that we had in that sheet metal shop, and he snapped a crappy picture of it, or the picture's been exposed to sunlight or something, I don't know what. Anyway, he gave me that, and I really appreciated that, because I never had a picture. I didn't care about myself in the picture. What I cared about was a picture of that press brake. And it had a cast iron frame here, this huge cast iron frame, giant flywheel in here, and a little motor up on top, big bull gear here, the gear reduction, and mechanical press brake, probably, I want to say, 175 or 200 ton press brake, mechanical clutch, and anyway, on the back side of this machine, there was guys had center punched their names in the back of the machine, and there was some that were the late 1800s had center punched their name in the back of the machine. I don't think I center punched my name in the back of the machine, but I was tempted to. Anyway, that's me in the 80s in there, you know, running an old ancient press brake. That was a pretty cool machine. So, okay, one of the last things we got here is kind of dusty. You know, you guys have seen the closing drill press here, but I added a little kind of auxiliary shelf here to hold drill bits and lube, and a little countersink rack. Anyway, Chuck, outside Screwball, was complaining that I didn't talk about the little auxiliary shelf, so we can't have we can't have Chuck complaining, so I figured I'd show you this in the one of the Meatloaf episodes, you know, kind of short and sweet here. So it's just a formed up sheet metal shelf here, and Rockler Woodworking sells these little auxiliary shelves, and they're like 15 bucks. And you know, I can't fart around for 15 bucks and bend one of these up. So anyway, I just got one of those. It's mounted on a piece of unistrut here, and it's a unistrut pipe clamp. This happens to be real close to a 4-inch pipe size, so the pipe clamp works on that. Anyway, you know, it's pretty sturdy, and I can, if I loosen the clamp, I can push it out of the way if I need it out of the way. And then my junk's real close here to the machine. I don't have to go walking around the shop to go fetch it. Anyway, oh, and then I get the, you know, chuck key on a deal there, so they can't walk off. The spring this is a heavy chuck key, so I think I need the industrial key retriever version there to for that chuck key. Anyway, that's the shelf. Okay, come here, bub. All right. So this is Ernie the shop dog here. So for all of our Australian viewers, this is the kind of stuff that comes from Australia, and he's a little bit of a rat. So anyway, he's a good boy. He hangs around the shop, takes care of us, and keeps us entertained. So they call him Blueies in Australia, and he's smart enough to run a damn machine, but he won't lift a finger to help you. So anyway, you good boy? Anyway, that's all I got for this Meatloaf episode. So hope you enjoyed it, and we stuck some pins in the map. Oh, didn't we? We stuck some pins in the map, huh? Okay, get. Anyway, talk to you guys later.